My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 21st, 2024. It is 8:08 a.m. I'm using my phone to record this because it just crossed my mind. As I watch a couple YouTube videos showing TikTokers who's complaining about their vote for voting for Trump and they regret it and all of that. And I was just thinking, what were they voting for? What did they think they were voting for? Even though Trump then displayed all of his issues perfectly for the people to understand, but there were some issues he literally put at hand. We know from his first administration, the first time he ran, he wanted to get rid of the ACA. And it's mind-boggling to see some people then know that ACA is also Obamacare. So to get rid of Obamacare, which mean what? Why did they vote against that? And many of them rely on the Obamacare, the ACA. So do they not care about someone else's well-being, their health? Do they not care about their own health as well for them to vote against it? I understand misinformation. The Republican love to do. I think this is why they come with the Obamacare to confuse their voters. But it was up to their voters to do the research. Do they mean that the way that they voted was to inflict pain onto other groups, minorities? So is that why some of their decision for voting for Trump was implemented? From following Harry and Meghan, I've realized that some people like to see other people in pain. That brings them joy when they see someone else's suffering. Is that why some of the MAGAs voted for Trump, to see another group go through some hardship? Was that the reason why they voted for Trump? It's also sad to see immigrants, pretty much the majority of, if you're not Native American, you pretty much are immigrant. Okay? It's very sad to see immigrants, voted to get, to prevent others who's trying to get a better life to come over here. They vote for Trump so Trump could get them out of here. It's very sad to see that. It's almost like one of the videos that I did, one of those actors, I forgot her issues was, but I remember bringing the topic of other actors, African American, who made it possible for her to be able to, where she's at. Because in the UK, they're not giving a lot of black actors the opportunity that many actors, African American actors, have here in the States. So it's very sad to see when someone benefited from the system but prevented for others to have the same opportunity. That's one sad thing that I got out of this election. I just can't understand. So this is why I'm not that upset anymore, even though we all gonna suffer. There's no selected few, because this guy doesn't care. As long as he has money in his pocket, he doesn't care. This is a time for us to reflect and how to be kind, be understanding, caring, and all of that. Because I think majority of those TikTokers who's complaining, they regret their vote, they this, they that, they thought some of the hardship that Trump was gonna implementing was gonna affect another group, not them. Now that they realize the ACA the kind of healthcare they going by under ACA, now they know Obamacare is not going to be for them. I literally make sure I said that because ACA is Obamacare. So now they're complaining. Now that it affects them, now they care. They want to switch their vote. They want to, after they voted, that's when they're looking for what is tariff. You have Mark Cuban going from different platform after different platform explaining about the business aspect of Trump, how bad it will be for most people. He did his part as a citizen. I commend him for that. Even if I'm not in the business aspect, at least him, who's a millionaire, he knows how business work. And if we do get out of this debacle that we are in, and I think we will, I want every American to take a step back. Look at the situation that we are in. And I think, as some of you may not like what I'm going to say here, as much as I hate all the stuff that Trump did, and he's still not behind bars, but he poked every hole that is in our laws and our constitution and our institution. Constitution and institution. So if we do get out of this, we need to take a step back and look at everything that he did and fix it. And fix it. And also, every citizen who assumes that everything will always be okay. This is the problem many Americans have. Everything will always be okay. I came across a video where I think it's North Carolina, where someone voted for Trump, and then when someone told her or him, I think it's a her, I'm not 100% sure, who told her that you voted for Trump, but you're gonna lose your health care. And her response was, oh, we have a Democratic governor. Okay? So she thought, or he thought, North Carolina was going based on what most Democrat states have. They have health care. They don't have those abortion bans and all of that. Meanwhile, in North Carolina, whoever's in North Carolina, you could correct me on this. I believe the Republican state majority voted for it, but the Democratic governor vetoed it. And what the Republican did, they override the Democratic governor veto, which now make it intact. Whoever is more technical into the legal aspect, the terms, you could correct me on that. So now North Carolina has that abortion ban kind of thing. So a lot of Americans always feel like everything will be okay, and they don't know that there are people who's working hard to make sure that they are okay. On the same token, there are Americans who's working against our democracy. Look at our current environment. People who are Americans who are working against our well-being, to making sure we don't have certain basic stuff, healthcare, basic right, and things like that. So it goes both ways. We have to work to make sure our democracy works. It's not for a selective few. It takes all of us to make the system work. If all of you thinking that, or majority of you wants to inflict pain onto another group, eventually it'll come back to you. This is why I'm okay with the way this thing went. Because if Kamala Harris won, which I think she did, for some reason I feel like she did. It's just so many other things. So that's a different subject. If Kamala Harris had won, all those negative mindset who wants to pull down the joy and the freedom from other group, this will be a strain on us. If, for instance, later on, they find something and, we fix ourselves, we're back into the way the system's supposed to work, we need to look at it takes all of us to make it work. It's not just a few. So some of the people, the lawyers who care about the system that we have the freedom that we have, and all those troops who risked and their lives and who took the oath under the Constitution, they're working hard to make us feel safe. But us within the country, we don't appreciate all the hard work so many other people are doing to make sure we are safe. So, Americans, this is a reflection time. We need to look at ourselves, how we view our neighbors and our friends, our constituents, co-workers, and all of that. Because every business only care about the bottom line, money. All right, so I had to get it off my chest. That's all. May God help us, and may we get out of this nonsense that so many bad minds and MAGAs, now they regret their vote, put us into. So it's reflection time.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.